our morning view. We got up at 5:30, woke up, and that's our view. And it's cold. It is cold out here. It's like 6:30, nobody's awake. As I got up early, I headed to the World Fresh Marketplace for a cup of tea before exploring some of the outside of the ship. It was wet and windy, so I didn't stay out there too long, but I did get to see this beautiful aft pool. I did also see the wake, and look how stunning it is going into the fog of the early morning. I'm getting lost very easily. I'm trying to find the adults only pool. So this is the adults only area. Oh god, it is very windy. Cheers. This is the adults only swimming pool. This area, just nobody around. Good morning. I'm just trying to find the right light because the sun is blazing after it having been really foggy for pretty much the last 12 hours. Good morning. It is just gone 7 o'clock. I'm up, I am dressed. I've been up since about 5:30, I think. I've been up, I've had a wander around the top deck. It was wet and yeah, really foggy outside. But the sun has now come out and it seems to have burnt off quite a lot of the fog. The captain's foghorn has been going all night, and that looks like that is also finished, which is nice. Today is our first sea day, and I think we're just going to plod along. So maybe go down for breakfast about 8 o'clock to the main restaurant. I've been up to the World Marketplace, which is their sort of buffet, and I've refilled my water bottle, and I've also got Mum a mug of hot water for her tea bags that she brought with her, and I've got breakfast tea. So I think we're gonna go out on the balcony. I'm gonna go out on the balcony, drink my tea and watch the ocean roll past, and then we'll go for breakfast later. But a really chilled sea day today. I don't know if you can hear me, but this view just never gets old. Look at it. It's just, oh, it's fantastic. Right then, so this is our princess patter for today. It's our day at sea, and it has got plenty of bits and pieces available. And it tells you all about what things are open and what time, and then also what dining rooms, etc., and what time, including bars. So we've got our highlighter, and we are going to do arts and crafts at 10 o'clock. Of course, I love an arts and crafts session in Princess. We're going to try and do the enrichment at 10:30. And then the 1 o'clock one as well, because apparently they're throwing axes. Wonderful. Afternoon tea at 3 o'clock is obviously a must. And we'd like to see how it compares to a British afternoon tea. And then we've got the captain's welcome and champagne party at 6:30. But yeah, exciting. We're going to go down to the dining room at 8 o'clock for breakfast. Breakfast is in Skagway dining room today, and yeah, lots to do. Might try and jump in a hot tub depending on timings, and then we'll get ready for tonight because it's formal night. And just like that, the fog has returned. This is insane. Look at it. Let's get out. Oh, it's since got cold as well again. That is insane. Look at thick clouds of fog. I can't get over the fog. It's just come back. It's so strange. Hopefully the sun will burn it off again, but he hasn't started his foghorn yet, Captain. Oh, there's his foghorn going. The foghorn is back. I went up to deck 17 to look at the adults only pool. It looks beautiful. It was closed when I went up, but it's right by his foghorn, and God, it was loud. So we're gonna go and get breakfast now. I'm going to take my little thing with me so I know what I'm doing when. You obviously do have it on your phone as well, on the app, if you want to do that. My phone is just a little bit slow charging at the moment, so it's a bit flat. So I'm just going to take a piece of paper with me. So let's go down to breakfast, see what breakfast is like. We headed down to the Skagway restaurant on deck 6 to have breakfast. There was a little queue, but it moved quickly and we were soon seated. There's a great selection of breakfast options available, and there is a sort of special of the day that changes each day. I went for fresh fruit to start and pancakes, and Mum had the same, and it was a really good breakfast. Really enjoyed it.
Other type of whale we're going to see this week, more prevalent here than the killer whale, is the humpback. Humpies can be 50 feet long and weigh 40 tons. They can be as big as a bus. You can see whales from the cruise ship all week long. You know, sometimes people will say, Mike, which side of the ship is best? The outside. If you spend as much time as possible out on the open decks, your balcony, have every meal by a window, I guarantee you, you will see whales. Best time, guys, to see whales from the cruise ship, it's going to be tomorrow. After we leave Ketchikan, 7 p.m. in Snow Pass. We usually catch a beautiful sunset in there as well. So whales, 7 p.m. tomorrow evening. Humpback whales catch fish with an amazing technique. They're doing it right now. It's a learned behavior. They have to teach each other. It's called bubble netting. So underwater, a pod or family group, they all blow bubbles with their blowholes around a school of fish that are trapped inside that net of rising bubbles. Then amidst the bubblers, there's a designated bellower. One whale, like an underwater opera singer, blasts the fish with a piercing sound that deflates their air bladders, so the fish all float upwards. Then the whales follow, rushing together up to the surface, mouths open, to lunge feed. Teamwork makes the dream work. Better together. We're going to do our second program, guys, on wildlife, what Alaska's famous for, here in the Princess Theater. It's going to be 11:30 a.m. Wednesday morning after we come out of Endicott Arm Fjord and before we get to Juneau. We're going to cover all the amazing animals. One of the highlights of our cruise is going to be seeing Glacier, sparkling blue. Together, we're going all the way back in time this week to the Ice Age. Wednesday morning, we are visiting a fantastic fjord called Endicott Arm, just south of Juneau. It is a narrow slice through mountain walls. That fjord is 30 miles long, and we're going to cruise each twist and turn all the way in to view Dawes Glacier at the end of Eastern Terminus, where we hope to see calving. Where the ice cracks or calves off the face of the glacier, the sight is incredible and the sound unforgettable. It's what the native people call white thunder. If you're lucky to see an ice tower crack off that glacier, it's a sight and sound that will reverberate through your soul forever. In front of Dawes Glacier, Captain John Smith will slowly turn the cruise ship completely around. So everybody, wherever you choose to be on the Discovery Princess, you will get excellent views of the glacier, the greatest snow on Earth. Prime time on Wednesday for glacier viewing, 7 to 8 a.m. We're going to enter Endicott Arm at 5 a.m. So in the fjord, I'm going to be up on the bridge with the captain, and I'm going to give you commentary via the ship's PA system. To hear the announcements on your balcony, turn on your cabin television set, go to live TV, and then select the bridge camera, tile, or app. And that way you can hear the narration while you're outside, coming through your televisions to you on your balconies. Dawes Glacier is famous for calving the biggest and bluest icebergs. Nature's bling is a thing in Endicott Arm.
So we've just come back to our cabin and our bathrobes have been delivered. We ordered these on the app yesterday, but they were being cleaned, so we've got fresh bathrobes so I can sit outside and keep warm. So I'm just out on the balcony. I've got my bathrobe on, keeping me all warm. It's quite foggy outside, so I'm just going to sit here for a little bit and then go down for lunch at 12. We just did the enrichment, which was really interesting. Having a nice sea day and waiting for some whales to appear. That's our foghorn. So that's been pretty much going all day, all night last night because it's really foggy. So captain is, or whoever's driving the boat, I know that's not the correct terms, but whoever's sailing is making sure we're being kept safe. So yeah, a really good sea day so far. I should also say it's quite cold. It's 13 degrees and the wind is out, so it is cold. So yeah, I've got my princess bathrobe. You can ask for these in the app and they get delivered to your door. I did request it yesterday, but there was none available because they were all in the wash, so our cabin steward put them in today, which is absolutely lovely. He is genuinely lovely. He also fixed our balcony partition because it had been left open, so he's locked that, so that's not banging around, which is great because it is windy. Just having a really, really lovely day. And there's definitely a wind, and there's also some rain in the wind. And there is. That's our foghorn again, so it's going every couple of minutes, keeping us all safe. Lunch break.
Ready? Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. Oh, we need those axes. Oh, we need that. I think they're the. You see the axes? Are they? All right. Here we go.
Okay, right before we do this, I'm going to tell you a little bit about the axe throwing competition. They're each going to get 3 throws. If they stick 1 of 3, they will go to the next round of 2 throws. If they stick 1 of 2, they will go to the last round where they get 1 throw. If they tie, they all stick it. Then we go to score, the highest score. All right, so the first throw, and we're going to have you come right here. No. Right here. Right there. All right, here we go. Come on, let's hear it for him. How about it? Yeah! All right, here we go. Perfect. If you cut any portion, even if it's a fraction of the higher one, you're awarded it.
Okay, very good. 5, 4, 3, 2. Here we go.
Oh! There you go, buddy. All right, here's Jason for the finals.
2 points. ESPN World Championships.
Oh! Bullseye.
Okay. Line it up, Jace.
Cookies and drinks this afternoon on the balcony. Oh, I cannot wait to have one of these cookies. Look at them. And then hot chocolate from me and coffee from Mum.
Glasses do we have here? 635 glasses, ladies and gentlemen, on a moving vessel, which is unbelievable. All right, Silvio, if you're ready, folks, I want you to join in with me as we count down from 5. So here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is champagne waterfall time, ladies and gentlemen. Smear!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board the beautiful Discovery Princess. And so, just to make sure that you know who's in command here, not the guy with the big funny hat. It's me. So, hello! That's more like it. And of course, last but most definitely least, we have all the way from where? Oh, Australia, wherever that is. We have me, the cruise director, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I know it's only the first day on board, but are you having a good time? Ketchikan, why aren't my guests having a good time? Are you having a good time? Alright, we've got a cruise of a lifetime planned for you. North to Alaska. We've got Ketchikan tomorrow. Snow Pass in the evening. We may see some wildlife. I've been talking to the whales. They're going to be there around about 7:30. They've told me. But sometimes whales can be unreliable. So no guarantees. And then onwards from there to Enrichment, so the scenic cruising, onwards to Juneau, and Skagway, and then we carry on back down south, across the northern Pacific Ocean, Victoria, and then Seattle. But that's a long way away. So far, ladies and gentlemen, have my crew looked after you? So basically then, you're not having a good time, and you don't like my crew either. Hey chap, why don't, oh there you are, why don't my guests like my crew? I'll ask you again, do you like my crew? That's more like it. Now you're starting to feel like you're on vacation, right? Alright, at the moment I have 1,363 crew looking after you. You'll see around about 200 of those during the cruise, which makes 1,100 behind the scenes making sure that you have the best possible vacation. We've already said they're succeeding so far, but they're all behind the scenes, they're in the galley, they didn't hear you because you're quite a quiet crowd. So make some noise for my crew! Alright, so let's find out who we have amongst all of you. I can't go through every nationality because we have 39 nationalities amongst the passengers at the moment. But I'm remiss because with the crew we have 59 nationalities. How about that? With the number of crew that we have, 59 nationalities. And they all get on. Wouldn't it be awesome if the rest of the crew could say the same? Well, let's go on the amazing cruise set out for you. We are going to give you some memories of a lifetime. So, there are far more interesting things to do on the ship right now than listen to me crack one. Bars are open, the shows are about to start, the restaurants are serving. I thank you all for choosing Discovery Princess. Thank you for choosing Princess Cruises. I thank you, I thank you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear from Captain John Smith and all the sea on Discovery Princess.
After the captain's champagne reception, we headed to the Good Spirits bar for a cocktail. It was then soon time for our dinner reservation, and we headed to the Skagway restaurant for our 7:40 reservation. There was a queue again tonight and we queued for about 20 minutes, but it went quickly, and we had a nice couple to chat to, and then we had a lovely dinner in the Skagway restaurant, close to a window where we did get to see some whales. Good evening. It's a beautiful evening. We've just come back from dinner, and whilst we were eating dinner I saw some blowholes and Mum saw tail. So there are whales around. So excited. So came up to our balcony after, and I'm just going to sit out here for a bit and see if I can spot any. So excited. But yeah, look how beautiful it is tonight. Just stunning out here. It is absolutely gorgeous. Excuse the windy. It's just so beautiful. Oh, I love it. I love it. It's so beautiful. Let's see if I can see a whale. So lots of paperwork when we came back from dinner this evening. We've got Canada declaration paperwork that needs to be completed because we go to Canada on Saturday, so that will need to be filled in. We've got our princess patter. We're arriving approximately 6 AM and all aboard is 2:30 PM. So here it says, the Canada Border Service Agency requires all guests to complete the E311 Canadian Customs Declaration, regardless of whether they go ashore or stay on board. This also includes guests transiting to the next voyage and Canadian citizens. Once completed, it must be returned to the cabin crew no later than 12 PM on the 28th. So the 28th is Wednesday, so that needs to be completed by Wednesday. We've got a selection of what is on tomorrow. Then we've got a first impressions questionnaire now. I will say the crew are fantastic. They are lovely, they are welcoming. I have nothing bad to say about the crew. I have some comments on guests on board. So our only sort of gripe, I should say, is the main dining room situation. So yesterday, so embarkation day, we arrived at 7:40 to be greeted with quite a large queue of people that had all pre-booked dinner and were waiting to be seated. So the queue for pre-bookings was, well, it took us 30 minutes from joining the queue to getting a table. There was a walk-up, so there was no queue there, and I think they were sending them away. I put it down to first day. Teething problems, you know, everybody's a bit disjointed, nobody really knows where to go on embarkation day. So I had hoped that on today things would have settled down. No. The queue was longer today, but it did go quicker. They don't have the option to wait in a virtual queue, which I really liked when with P&O because of COVID. They had their virtual queuing system and I really liked it actually. I know it's optional a lot of the time now, but I really enjoyed it because it was really handy, because you'd be like, okay, I'm that in the queue, let me go and get a drink at the bar. Whereas you can't, if you're stood in a queue, you're stood in a queue, you can't do anything else. So that's my only gripe, is the queuing situation, and I just think it's a bit mismanaged. That's my only gripe with the cruise line. Otherwise the cruise is great. A few gripes with lack of manners from guests, a lot of lack of manners, but hey ho. So yeah, so let's go into the Princess Patter And then we've got a port valet option, which isn't an option for us because we are not sailing with any of these we are not flying with any of these airlines. So we will take our luggage to the airport ourselves. Right to them. There we go. So I had a lovely dinner. We're trying to watch for whales, but I think they're all hiding from us right now. Yeah, so we are going to head to bed. The clocks go back an hour at 2 o'clock, so we then become 9 hours behind the UK instead of 8. So I'm sure I'll be up at like 4 o'clock in the morning then. So yes, I would say good night from our sea day. I think it's been a really good sea day. I haven't been unwell, which is a positive, you know, considering Canaries the other week. So yeah, so it's been a really good sea day. We have done a lot of the enrichment. We did an enrichment talk. We did the lumberjack show, which was really interesting because the person who came on to discuss the lumberjack show was actually the person who created the lumberjack show in Ketchikan, which is what we're doing tomorrow. So yeah, exciting. And they actually did axe throwing on the ship in the theatre, which was a little bit scary. Yeah, it was a little bit scary because it wasn't professional axe throwers throwing the axes, it was guests. It was just people from the audience that clearly had like some sort of lesson in how to throw an axe, but still I thought I do not want to be any of the people sat behind the axe throwing because no. So yes, that was really good. Arts and crafts we did go to, but I had already done the arts and crafts thing they were creating, so we decided to have a hot drink instead and go and get ready for the theatre. So we've had a really good day. This afternoon we watched Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris, which was the movie Under the Stars last night that we didn't get to see, but they do have it on the TV, which is great. So they've got a really good selection of movies on the board. We watched another film yesterday as well, so which was a real chilled afternoon. Got ready, saw the champagne reception, which was really cool. Really fancy how they did the champagne reception, and it was really nice that they got guests involved. The captain did his speech, seemed nice enough. But yeah, so yes, it's been a really good day. Dinner was really nice. Did you enjoy dinner, Mummy? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had a really nice dinner. So I'm gonna head to bed so I can get up early for Ketchikan in the morning. I've just checked the weather, and the weather looks as if it's going to be pretty nice, so 20 degrees and maybe with some cloud and sunshine, so that's sort of perfect temperature. So yes, I will bid you all good night. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all in the morning for our first port day in Alaska in Ketchikan. Good night. Good night from the North Pacific Ocean, and I will see you all in Ketchikan tomorrow. Night.